Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey review of the Panthers series clinching 2-1 victory in Game 6 at TD Garden against the Boston Bruins. And the Panthers, for the second year in a row, will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we will be taking on the New York Rangers, who also beat the Hurricanes in 6. iDog says, anyone else watch the double overtime for the Stars Avs last night? We may no longer have the most controversial goalie interference call of the playoffs. Well, the Stars still ended up winning that game, though. So in the end, it just led to more heartbreak and misery for the Avalanche fans. Another year, another series winner in Boston. I just watched the highlights from Sportsnet of the Stars Avalanche game. Brandon says, at work right now, but it's not so bad since we won the series last night. Let's go, boys. Skylar says, go Panthers, let's beat the Rangers. Yeah, 6 straight victories in TD Garden. I'm not sure how long that streak goes back to if you include the 96 series against the Bruins. In fact, let me look that up. So, yeah, let's see. Oh, I see. Back in so those games did take place in. Yeah, we actually it is just 6 straight. It is 6 straight victories at TD Garden for the Panthers. It's also, but the overall record is 7-1 if you include the 96 series. Good morning, yeah. William, I believe it's starting Wednesday. Oh, it's Wednesday at 8. Skylar says, you think playing 2 of the best goalies, Vazzy and Swayman, will help our confidence? Well, now we have to play against Igor. Yeah, the Eastern Conference Finals will be intense. Yeah. So that makes it that makes 7-2 then, the all-time record for the Panthers in the playoffs in TD Garden. Yeah, I watched the overtime highlights. There were some Avalanche opportunities in overtime. I was like, how did you not score, Avalanche? Yeah, Ottinger is probably hands down the best goalie in the West. Tonight, my dad and I will be streaming Game 6 of Edmonton and Vancouver to see if Edmonton will force Game 7 or if Vancouver will also win in 6. Every other team with a 3-1 series lead who lost at home proceeded to win Game 6 on the road. So Vancouver, it's up to you to complete the prophecy. Trey says that would be Hellebuyck. I mean, the best goalie out of the ones left standing in the West. Hellebuyck, what happened? I know what happened. Your team's defense decided to imitate the Hindenburg, and you got shelled with so many mortars that you ended up collapsing like the Berlin Wall. Julian, you're going to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals? That's pretty cool. How about them Stars? Adonis, you felt bad for McKinnon. Hungry, you think which one, the Vancouver Edmonton series is going 7 out of spite? Dana says you watched the Dallas game last night, including the overtime, but it was a real great game. Alec Petrovic played last night for Dallas. He did? Isn't that the guy that we protected over Marchessault and Smith? Apparently, Alec Petrovic played for the Stars last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Paul Maurice apparently considered it a good omen when the fire alarm went off at the team hotel Friday afternoon, as he was settling in for a pregame nap. He says in his career, the number of times that something got messed up at the hotel is like a guaranteed win. And if it holds true, he guaranteed we're winning today. So we've got 5 days to prepare for Game 1 against the Rangers. Wednesday night at Madison Square Garden. And that game will be at 8 o'clock, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. Fixufil. You says, as a Canadian, you hope to God Edmonton or Vancouver doesn't win the cup. You absolutely hate every Canadian team, especially Toronto and Montreal. Damn, when did you start hating your own country's teams so much? Yeah, Colorado had 13 million of their cap space on LTIR. But I think the true gut punch was Valerie Nichushkin being suspended for 6 months without pay, like an hour before game 4, was it? Hello, True. It was Petrovic's first playoff game. Glass Spader was on the road last night too, so you got to witness the victory. Oh, you're a hardcore Bruins fan. Always have been. Runs in the family. A Kendallum. Nichushkin is believed to have failed a drug test, and so he got put in stage 3 of the Players Assistance Program, which means he's suspended for 6 months without pay because he had already previously violated both the stage 1 and now the stage 2 of his treatment. So, the Panthers are halfway to winning the Stanley Cup. We need 8 more victories.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
But most likely our toughest opponent is yet to come.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to play better than we've been.
Yeah. We cannot take penalties for starters. The Rangers will eat us alive on the power play. And also, we must learn from the mistakes we had made in games against Swayman. Learn how to, put bodies in front of the net, screen the goaltender, and be in better positions to get the rebounds if we want to have any hope of scoring against Shesterkin regularly.
Yeah. Okay.
Rodolfo says the final result was obvious. The Panthers were better, but the Rangers are the best team in the East, so silly mistakes are not allowed.
Well, we'll see. There's, best team, better team. It's how you play inside the series.
Well, the Rangers are the only team to have won the President's Trophy in the past decade and made the Eastern Conference Finals, and they have now done it twice. So
they did it twice. What do you mean?
They did it back in 2014, and they did it 2 years ago.
Yeah, they've been hanging around the possibility of a cup for a while now. All right, how's everybody doing this morning?
Kendall says, "What's up with Ekblad? He might need a few more massages."
I hope he's not hurt, but he seemed to, especially the last 2 games, he seemed to really have trouble in the corners. If he got the puck, just not sure of himself on where to go with the puck, and really seeming like that first step is a bit slow. I don't know if he got hurt or what, but he struggled out there. There's no doubt. No doubt.
So Vic Souffley, the Bruins fan, says, funny thing, the Panthers have always been his second favorite team, so he wasn't really going to be disappointed either way the series turned out.
Yeah, the Bruins and Panthers is now it's starting to turn a little bit into Dolphins Bills. So that's 3 times. The Panthers have only advanced to the second round of the playoffs 1, 2, 3, now 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 times we went through the Bruins at some point.
So
Bruins have never beaten us in a playoff series. That has more to do with us not making the playoffs, but still 6 in a row in Boston in Boston in the playoffs. Reminds me a lot about Dolphins Bills, where it's just like, I don't want to hear anything about the regular season. There's the playoff game, Dolphins Bills. Change my mind. And I've been that way for 40 years now.
iDog says forwards need to show up. Can't rely on Forsling to have a no-look shot go between someone's legs every time.
But that's the thing, is that the game like last night was always going to be won by a shot like that, you know? I mean, how many perfect setups did Reinhardt have, and Swayman just kept stoning them? You know, the goalies at this point, you know, they've watched the tape. They know what's coming.
Truth says if we play every game in that way, we can play when we have 5-minute possessions and play blue line defense, not even letting them come in the zone, lots of screening and shooting, no penalty.
No penalties. And that's easier said than done. You know?
iDog is tired. Why did he stay up till 2 a.m. watching a series that didn't have the Panthers?
Yeah, that's Kyle and I were talking about that this morning. We were watching the highlights of last night's game because a couple of people had asked us to do a doubleheader last night. And I'm exhausted just from last night. Good thing we didn't stay up.
Yeah.
Now, we're definitely going to be streaming Canucks and Oilers tonight. And then Kyle and I will definitely be off tomorrow. There'll be no streaming tomorrow. And I'm sure I'll have some content out. I got a couple different things I want to do than I normally do for the playoff series.
Hello, Rosado.
Hey, Rosado, you're alive.
So, yeah, you've got a series preview to do.
Yeah. I'm going to do one a little bit more in depth. I've got a couple of things I want to look at. You know, I've got some ideas of what I think, but then I want to look and see if the stats actually bear out what I think.
Let's see. Metallic Coaster says Swayman better not feel an ounce of guilt. He needs to know he kept them in it. Pain in the you-know-what to play against.
The kid allowed 3 goals in the final 2 games that were elimination games, and he didn't win them both. 3 goals in 2 games, and could not keep his team from getting eliminated.
Yeah.
So I have no what's the word I'm looking for? I'm tired this morning. I'm not looking forward to having to play him for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Because they're going to trade Olmark, and Swayman's going to be their Vasilevsky. And I don't know what their cap situation is, but the Canes got a whole boatload of free agents that they're going to lose. I wouldn't surprise, you know, if a couple of them go to the Bruins could be formidable.
Hey, Frank, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, bud.
He says, I don't focus on players too much, but Ekblad is having a horrible playoffs, is going to have a tough time with the Rangers.
Yeah, you know, we've seen Ekblad go bad, good, back and forth. I thought he played well against Tampa.
Yeah, he played good against Tampa.
When that episode against Tampa where Forsling got hurt, when he dinged his knee, Ekblad kind of started playing like the old, I'm going to try too hard, do too much Ekblad. And he hasn't gone back to the way he was playing during the regular season. Obviously, the competition's better, right? I'm used to seeing Ekblad, you know, if he gets behind or gets out of position, whatever. But the one thing he's usually been pretty good at is collecting the puck behind the net, and you feel pretty comfortable, you know, that he's not going to do a Mackenzie Weegar move.
Yeah.
But this series, especially the last couple games, I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know if his shoulder got hurt or something, but he's just not moving with any confidence at all.
Julian says Tampa just doesn't have the depth like Boston did. Ekblad is making more mistakes.
Yeah.
So, Taika Pina said the Bruins have like $22 million in cap space.
So then there you go. They'll get more when they move on. Well, they'll have that. That's because of Omar. Yeah.
Colby says we beat the Rangers in 7.
I mean, I wouldn't bet on it not going 7. Just wake me up at the start of overtime, game 7. I can't go through this again.
Colby says win game 7 in double overtime.
Oh my God. That's like almost unbearable. A game 7 conference finals, double overtime. Jeez. Don't know if I'd survive that.
Julian says, "Hey, Jaws, gotta give it to you, man. Lundell is playing really, really well."
Hey, man, Lundell, this is the second year in a row now where he's picked up his play in the playoffs. And I'm not saying nothing about nothing, but let's just say it's good to see, because last night you put him in Bennett's spot, you move Bennett down, Lundell ends up getting an assist on the game-winning goal, and looking forward, you want to be able to re-sign Sam Bennett, right? But next year's last year of Bennett's contract, and certainly with the fact that we've got Lundell there, Bennett's going to have to take a team-friendly deal. He doesn't have us, he doesn't have us by the cojones, because Maurice can say, well, we'll just go bark off Lundell, Luosterainen, and probably feel pretty comfortable.
Let's see.
I don't want that to happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, for negotiating purposes, what Lundell is doing right now is costing Sam Bennett money.
Vic Souffley says, first things Bruins need to do with that cap space money is extend Swayman's contract.
Yeah, he's going to get paid. Swayman's fixing to get paid.
So I'll just do a quick comment rapid fire.
Sure.
Hot Dog just woke up. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Hot Dog.
DM says, morning, fellas. How about them Stars? Congrats on your team's advancement as well.
Yeah, Stars pulled it off. So, if now for sure in the Western Conference Finals, the good news for Kyle and I is, regardless of who wins tonight, we've got jerseys for both teams in the Western Conference Finals.
Papa Mark.
Well, it's not a jersey. It's a McDavid shirt that I have.
Papa Mark Harley says, watching the handshake line last night was an all-timer for him.
Hey, Lightning.
And Colby says, don't be shocked if the 4 teams who make the playoffs in the Atlantic are the exact same next year.
Read Lightning.
Says, I am so happy for you guys and hope you get to experience your first cup.
Hope so too, man. We're halfway there, but boy, as much of a challenge as the Canes were last year, we ain't about to sweep the Rangers. If we sweep the Rangers, I will shave my entire body and then pour rubbing alcohol over my entire body on camera. If we sweep the Rangers. That's how pretty damn sure I am that we're not going to sweep the Rangers, right?
Oh my God.
I just break out the razor and just start shaving. Not dry though. Don't be a masochist, all right? I'm going to get shaving cream.
Good morning, Adam Fink. Select says, no, don't do that, Joss.
Hey, if it means they'll sweep, if they sweep the Rangers, I'll gladly do it. And then I'll be sitting there the whole Stanley Cup Finals itching when all the hair is growing back. So, God dang, that would be hell. I did that once when I was 15. Yeah, 15, 16 for a bodybuilding contest. I went into we had a pool at the house, and I got a razor and I went into the pool and I just shaved my whole body in the pool for the contest. That's a true story.
Lundell reminds Icy of a mini Barkov.
Yeah, he doesn't have quite the size, but he's got some edge to him. He's got some tenacity, and we're in good shape. We're in good shape at the center position, that's for sure.
Lightning says he's not been following the Rangers at all this season, so you're not sure about their team.
They're kind of almost like a mirror image of the Panthers. You've got a high quality defense with some offensive defensemen. You've got the goalie. You've got a lot of high powered scoring ability, especially in the top 6.
You got the guy who trolls everyone with Rempe.
Right. Yeah. They got Rempe. We got Lomberg, Bennett, Cousins. They got more than just Rempe though. It is going to be blood sport.
Lomberg and Cousins were fine, brother, man. It wasn't a game changer, but
yeah,
at least we didn't have to see cement cement on skates again.
Cement on skates.
Like some people want to describe Okposo.
Cement on skates. That's not nice.
So
don't be surprised if Okposo and Lorenz draw back in. Cousins and Lombard were good. I think you'll see Okposo draw in for Lombard before you see Lorenz draw back in. I think Cousins had a little bit of the better play. And I think Cousins is, you can throw him up on the top 6, obviously, and have success. Lombard, not so much. It would not surprise me to see, it wouldn't surprise me to see Okposo again for Lombard. Not that I want that to happen, but, Maurice has his things for his veterans. Now Okposo is going to have had over a week rest by next Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. So, yeah, don't be surprised if we see Okposo again.
Kobe says if Vancouver advances, all 4 division winners will be in the Final Four. Does anyone know the last time that happened in this nuanced league?
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that.
Let's see. Do we continue with the heavy lots of hitting versus Rangers? The Rangers versus Carolina series didn't have hits like our series.
I don't think you're not going to see anything like Panthers Bruins. You'll see some timely hits, but the Rangers are not going to just gift us 2 games by solely focusing on hitting us and leaving the puck.
Tim's asked, hang on. Vic Souffley says, Love Rempe went to high school with the guy. Absolute beauty.
That's cool.
Let's have a Rempe Lomberg fight.
Jeez, man. You got to get Lomberg some stilts or something. I don't even know if Lomberg's 6 foot.
Colby says you should reach out to this famous New York sports YouTuber named Bad Dog Sports. He will be live streaming some of the games.
All right, I'll have to check him out. It's hard for us, to get a hold of each other a lot of times. I'm about 0 for about 25 or 30 in the last 6 months of reaching out to people. So
Colby says, hot take, you're not impressed by Igor so far. He played against the Caps and Rangers offense and still managed to let in some questionable.
Bob and Igor it's again almost
Caps
mirror images of each other. When they are on, good luck. But they can be on for 2 periods of a game and then have 1 period where they let in 2 goals where you're like, where the hell did that come from? Very, very similar from what I've watched of Shesterkin.
Sam Bennett is here. Hello.
Oh, hey, Sam Bennett. Why are you on the 3rd line?
And he demands a trade.
You demand a trade? That's fine. Wait for the end of the season. I like Lindell anyway.
So,
we could clear space to sign everybody else if that's how you want to be, Bennett. Why don't you hit somebody?
Well,
I'm giving you grief, Sam. It's okay. I understand Chucky takes all the limelight in that line.
Rosado was asking, could we talk about the play of Gustav Forsling?
Who is that guy? I never heard of him before. Jeez. I mean, dude, remember, it was his skate that stopped that one pass.
Yeah,
would have been an automatic goal.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what when I think of Forsling, here's what I want to know. Because you guys know how I am. I'm a picky bastard. I want to know who were the dudes that watched him play and said, let's waive him. He sucks. That's what I want to know. I want to have a discussion with the dude that said, no, we're going to let him go. That's what I think of, because since the first day he got here, I think everybody recognized, hey, this dude is good. Like, he's gotten better. But I think from day one, everybody that I know was like, this guy Forsling seems pretty good. How did we get him? So I don't know who was smoking what, but they screwed up big time.
iDog asks if you've ever reached out the 5 points vids.
No, I haven't reached out to a ton of I've reached out to a few other YouTubers. You guys know the circle that I hang with. The time you would be surprised. I mean, between how busy I am, another guy might be. Getting things together with the timing, it can prove to be real difficult. And a lot of times people, it's not their only job too. You know what I mean? Like Paul from the locker room, he goes out on the boats. He's got a full-time income. Not everybody's sitting at home like I am all day, laying on the floor with the dog. Who's doing a lot better, by the way. He's doing a lot better. We got him something for his condition that Karen already had with her health stuff that she does. And after like a day and a half, he's breathing a lot easier. So that's good news for now.
Colby says Swayman let in a weak goal in Game 7 to let us tie it last year. He let in a weak goal to help us advance this year. Bob made pristine saves both games.
Yeah. Hey, look, yesterday there were pucks. The one puck, the announcer on the TV even yelled score, and Reinhardt raised his hands, and it didn't go in. It went off the post and then off of his skate, and he didn't even know it was there behind him. So, there's a lot of luck that goes into it. Sorry, Tom.
It's okay. There is a lot of luck that goes into it.
Yeah.
Swayman must have been out in the locker room thinking all of the feeds that went his way, and that's rebound.
It goes through the defenseman's legs. Like he's got like 6 inches. His legs are just like normal stance, and they go through his legs, and then under the blocker short side. Swayman probably don't even know the puck. It's just like that's the shot that goes in. But that's the shot that goes in, right? In games like that, it's always a goal like that where you okay, bud? All right, good job. It's always a goal like that where it's just like of all the shots in the world, and we get some seeing eye puck to win it.
A Paul Maurice is here, Kenny Swayman. Hello, Homer. And also Nate says, congrats, guys. Your team was better. Good luck against New York.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate that. Boston's got nothing to be Boston's going to be good for a while.
iDog says, imagine if it bounced off the defenseman's legs instead.
And Forsling was just, and let's not even forget just how it all had to happen.
Yeah.
Lundell makes the shot, and the puck just perfectly bounces right to Forsling. It was just a 1 in a million chance you could play another 10 periods and not get that goal.
Bill Zito asks, where's my statue?
Sasha is your statue. Where is Sasha? Oh, yeah, he's up there. Okay. Sasha is your statue. I think your head blocks Sasha? Is that what it is?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, your head blocks Sasha. Okay.
Adam says Swayman should be thinking my guys can't score. I can't do everything.
Yeah. There have been a few playoff goaltenders recently that just couldn't get their teams to score. Dallas is going to be no joke, though, man, because Ottinger is just out of his freaking mind. That dude's lost it.
Yeah, we were watching the overtime highlights. Yeah. And between puck luck and Ottinger, there was like, how did that not go in for Colorado like multiple times?
Yeah, you could see some long overtime games if it was like Panthers Stars, that's for sure. Yeah. Go ahead, Cole.
So,
Zito says Gus Forsling is my statue.
Let's see.
Paul says Ottinger's a fraud. Hey, we can't throw the goalie until after we've won the game. Paul, you know better than that.
Colby says Jake and Igor are leading Conn Smythe odds at the moment.
Probably right now. Maybe. Look, we give Bob some grief, but in the last 5 games of this series, Bob allowed 1, 2. You didn't allow more than 2 goals in the last 5 games, did he? Or did we lose the one game 3-2? No. No.
Yeah, if you
No,
if you remove game 1, he hasn't allowed more than 2 goals.
Yeah, he hasn't allowed more than 2 goals in 5 games.
Yeah.
It's just his save percentage doesn't look great because the other teams are not getting a lot of shots, but the shots they're getting are high quality.
So,
but if the Panthers continue, if they play the way they've been playing, and we win the cup, I would suspect Barkov will get Conn Smythe.
Yeah, Bob seems to be solid when he faces more shots.
We got Paul and Bill fighting in the chat.
Yeah, they're trying to fire each other.
Nate says Bob was good. Bruins can't score. You guys got to get some help. You've got a lot of solid love to have on your third line guys, but you don't have enough. I mean, you look at the names on the Panthers, the fact that you guys hold us to 2 goals. I mean, it's just, if you shut 3 guys down, we got 3 more right behind them. What the roster that Zito's built is just absurd, and you need all those players in the playoffs, And then if you shut down the top 6, we got Lundell and Forsling. You know what I mean? No, but really, right? If you shut all of them down, then we'll just throw Lundell and Forsling at you, and just try to hide Ekblad. Just Ekblad, stay back. Just stay back behind. Ekblad should never be past center ice. Ever. Unless it's like a 4-on-0 and he's the 4th. Then maybe. If the entire other team collides into each other behind the Panthers' net and Ekblad can safely exit the zone with the puck and there's only one guy back and all 5 Panthers, then Ekblad's allowed to leave center ice, get past center ice.
So Sunshine says, how's Raven holding up?
I don't think I've ever seen Raven yesterday.
David asks, will Rangers get aggressive with the Panthers from the start?
Look, Rangers going to come out flying, right? They're at home. Just like against Boston, and I said this before the Boston game, I don't think game 1 will be indicative of how the series will go. And it really wasn't. That series kind of the Panthers, the Bruins series got out of hand with that whole Bennett Marchand thing. The Rangers, we Colin and I covered that whole series. When they turn it on, they're scary, very much like the Panthers. But then they play a lot of periods where they're just kind of out there. And the Panthers and the Rangers are so talented that they can go out there and play a mid-period and not get behind or even have a 1-goal lead.
Someone was asking about Stamkos to the Bruins.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he's the help that they would need.
Mike says we gotta fix this power play.
Well, I mean, it's what's the word? Streaky. It's streaky. It's always going to be streaky. It's been streaky for years. I don't think that's fixing to change. The bump play to Reinhart, if they cover that, Kachuk has been distributing to Barkov, but who's getting left out is Verhaeghe on the other side. They're not really able to get the puck out to Verhaeghe on the other side because Kachuk and Barkov are focusing so much on getting it to Reinhart. And then once it gets out to Montour, he ain't passing. He's going to shoot the puck, right? So, honestly, if you want to get that power play moving, you got to get Montour to. They got to design some kind of play where Montour can slide over and create some space, and instead of just shooting it on net, kind of get the team cheating like he's going to shoot, and then get it past to Verhaeghe. They got to get a way to get Verhaeghe open because they're so focused on getting Reinhart open, and even though they're kind of leaving Verhaeghe alone, you can't get him the puck because there's so much traffic around Reinhart. You still can't get the pass through all the way.
So, Yeah. What was I reading here? Christian says that Forsling game-winning goal between Waterspoon Slate.
I know, man. It's a thing of beauty. Those are the goals.
Yeah.
Like, who thought triple overtime game 4 in 1996, all of the shots and Huey Krupp from practically the point, and it just goes past Beezer, and you're like, that's the shot that wins the cup.
Let's see. Brandon asks, is Jim Montgomery getting fired like Sheldon Keefe?
No. The Bruins didn't expect to be this far. They weren't really sure how the team was going to react without Bergeron and Krejci. I think they did obviously just fine, right?
Hot Dog says we need Duclair back and Cam Talbot as the backup goalie and re-sign Montour, Reinhardt, Tarasenko, maybe re-sign Lundell, then let go of everyone else and maybe trade
Why would we want Duclair back? Dana, is that Dana? Hey, Dana.
Yeah, she watched the whole Dallas game last night, was so pumped and excited after Panthers won and started feeling better.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, Hot Dog, I don't know how many of those moves are coming. We got to figure out what we're going to do with Spencer Knight before we start thinking about backup goaltender and all of that. I don't know. Don't know. Montour's got to decide if Montour's going to sign, and then he's the key to everything, really.
iDog says Jim Montgomery needs to teach his players how to count insane number of too many men on ice. 7. And that's a record.
I don't think we scored on any of those power plays, though.
No.
I don't think we scored on any of the too many men power plays. I'm fairly certain we didn't, because I think we would have remembered that. But 7 too many men. Somebody's screwing up.
So, Montour to Toronto for $12 million.
Jeez. There's one fly.
Big Supli says he ain't getting fired. We weren't even projected to make the postseason, but ended up being a top 5 team in the league. Plus, he led them to the best regular season ever last year.
Yeah, Montgomery's not. Montgomery's a good coach. I could see a situation where, the Bruins aren't that far off. I don't know about next year, but, the Panthers only have the top teams, they only have so many long runs in them before it starts to wear out, like the Lightning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Panthers had last year, we got this year, and they probably got next year still in their body. But after that, the East is going to it's going to open up a little bit. Not saying the Panthers won't be a playoff team, but Boston is kind of primed. They've got young guys in the middle. They got Swayman. And if they just add the right pieces, they got to be smart. They can't just go hog wild and spend too much money and strap themselves. If they what they need to do is just follow Bill Zito around. Because apparently you can build a Stanley Cup roster through trades and the waiver wire.
Catherine says you read Bruins fans talking about picking up Reinhardt during the offseason. What are your thoughts?
That's never going to happen. We wouldn't let him leave the state of Florida alive if that happened. Now he'd end up in the back of somebody's van, somebody's white van. Not my. I'm not saying I would do it. But he would definitely not be allowed to leave the state. That would be evil. They have the money too, don't they?
Paul says we freaking did it, Panthers family. We will have our claws full if the Rangers go back.
Hey Paul, thanks again for last night, brother. I was drunk by the time Kyle told me about the super chat, so I might not have acknowledged it enough. I honestly don't remember. I don't. So thank you, brother. I was drinking while I was doing the recap too, so recap got a little interesting.
Oh,
I didn't remember a damn thing I said this morning. I had to watch it. I did okay. What did I did a couple of really crazy I don't know what I did, but anyway, it was fun. Hot Dog says nobody on the Panthers is going to sign with Boston.
Paul says, no worries, me too. Hot Dog asks, what is a Ranger anyways?
The forest guy, right? Rangers are the Texas Rangers.
The Texas Rangers are named after like the police.
Police, right. Yeah. But I think a ranger can also be like a forest ranger.
I'm pretty sure they're not named after forest rangers.
Why not? There's a lot of forest in New York. Just because they screwed up the one part of the state, the rest of the part of the state is all woods.
Let's see.
Kyle's going to learn about the history now.
Let's see.
I don't know if you're going to get it on that on there. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I think. Well, the first team crest was a horse sketched in blue carrying a cowboy waving a hockey stick aloft. So they were probably named after the same kind of Rangers that the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
They were named.
You're damn right, Paul. You're damn right, Paul.
Fig Souffle says, I think Neely and Sweeney have done a good job with this team, although we've lost a couple Stanley Cups. They've been a consistently successful team over the past 15 years.
Yeah, they've had a good run. And they've been able to refresh the page without missing a beat, really. So they're in good shape.
Yeah, New York sports, it's usually just the city because you have those godforsaken franchises in Buffalo.
Buffalo, right. Yeah.
Like literally God has forsaken those teams.
Well, look, you got to want to live in Buffalo. If you're in Buffalo, you got to want to live in Buffalo. So if they want to live in Buffalo, why knock them? That's where they want to live. Some people want to live in Alaska.
Well, I mean, just
some people want to live under a bridge in the Keys. I don't know who would do that. Me. I just stream the games with my phone under the bridge in the Keys. That's my retirement plan. That fly is killing me. Louis says, I just hope Rempe doesn't do anything stupid.
Like injure.
Yeah, he's kind of calmed down a little bit. They kind of calmed him down a little bit. They took him off the ice for a couple of games against the Canes. The Rangers aren't going to screw around, and let's not forget we got to deal with Trocheck. And if you think the announcers were pro Boston, wait till you get a load of the when we play the Rangers. You're really going to think it's the home feed.
Select says, since Tex Ricard owned Madison Square Garden at one point, the New York Rangers were named after him.
I see.
Because at one point the team had been nicknamed Texas Rangers.
Okay. Gotcha. Paul says it's higher than hell in South Florida right now. Yeah. What's the temperature say, Kyle? Usually the laptop
64 degrees.
64 degrees, yeah. But it's schmutzy. It's raining. We got the air conditioning on anyway because it's too humid outside.
Chris Wilson says he lives in Rochester, New York, one city over from Buffalo. Trust me, we all hate it here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've lived in my share of places where I was like, man, this might not be the best idea.
Oh, my mom was born and raised in Rochester.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
It's
105 to 108 heat index. It's like 94. It's May.
It's May. It's not even Memorial Day weekend yet.
Well, maybe we don't want to move back to Florida.
Bah.
We'll see. Well, we're going to be snowbirds. We'll come down there for November, December, January, February, and maybe March. Yeah. We'll spend those 5 months in South Florida doing the whole, we'll go to the hockey game and we'll go to the football game and all of that. And then when it's 94 in May, we'll be sitting here and it's 64 in May. Kiss my ass. Yeah, I like that idea. Well, you think I'm joking?
I don't think you're joking.
Yeah, it's not that much more money.
Sunswine says Game 7 for overtime. Game winner by Verhage after a non-called trip on Trocheck. So, yeah.
Read the chat. I can't. Sometimes I can't read it. Select says it's 93 in Central Florida. Yeah, that's where my parents live.
Williams says it feels like 100 degrees at 1 in the afternoon.
Are you guys having like, is it the high pressure where it's just blaring down sun on you, or are you at least getting the afternoon thunderstorms to cool things off? Cool it off to 88. What are you doing?
I'm just taking a look at any updates from Jameson.
No, there aren't going to be any updates. They're at home asleep.
Let's see.
Yeah. They're at home asleep.
Maurice says that everyone is fine. No serious injuries from last night's win. Mikola, who left in the third, is fine.
Okay. That's good. Everything's fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine. That's good.
There are no torn labrums.
Right? Well, they wouldn't tell us if they were. He said there's no major injuries from last night's game. That doesn't mean Ekblad's not walking around with one arm and one leg because he's kind of playing like it. But that don't make any sense either. Because last year we were all talking about how he was having a great playoffs.
Yeah.
And he was. And he had a broken foot and a torn labrum. So maybe he needs to get hurt.
Yeah.
Huh. Hadn't thought about that.
Or maybe, just hear me out, Forsling is just playing so far out of his gourds that he makes Ekblad look absolutely terrible.
Ekblad has played so bad that even the Bruins guy, low quality, said Ekblad had a terrible series.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. And the fans of the other team are noticing how bad he's been. So it's not just us.
Sunswine says, I thought Forsling got injured, but he just collapsed in relief.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably exhausted, right?
David, you think Tkachuk plays better when being physical?
I think he's more engaged. The one thing that, and I can only assume that this is a product of the injury, but, last year, a lot of his goals, a lot of his activity was him having the puck behind the net and him coming out in front of the net to try to make stuff happen. And he's just not been doing that at all this year. The only thing that I can think of is he don't want to get hit on that shoulder. He needs a full off season of regular, rest and rehab, building up some muscle again. So we'll see. He's been taking shots from the circle, but that's not his forte.
Sunswine says, I think Chucky is trying to save his energy. He spent himself dry and got injured in the finals last year.
Yeah. I mean, he did manage to lay a hell of a hit on Eichel, but then they got revenge for him. Yeah. What's Dana saying? I can't read it.
Would you rather go to?
We only got 5 minutes left, so sit up and.
Would you rather go to
4th Street?
4th Street Stanley Cup Finals and not win?
4 straight Stanley Cup Finals.
4 straight. Would you rather go to 4 straight Stanley Cup Finals and not win one, or win one and then just become a super bad team like the San Jose?
Oh no! Give me the cup. Give me the cup. Give me the cup. That's easy.
Yeah.
4 straight and not win?
What, are you trying to turn us into Buffalo Bills fans?
No way, man. No way. I couldn't live through that. Can you imagine that hell?
Yeah.
No, that's
next year will be the Bills year.
Man.
Next year will be the Bills year.
Oh
next
God.
year will be the Bills year.
4
next
straight years. That's
Nick, you up in the Bills.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We got to come up with a skip video during this period of time. All right,
I just don't know if we are.
Well, we'll come up with something. Don't. You always think we're not going to be able to do it, and then we can't. So just we'll talk about it after our day off tomorrow. Don't worry.
Wide right on every shot.
Right?
David asked, wasn't for Hagee also banged up in Vegas? I don't think so.
Not sure if for Hagee was. Montour, Ekblad, Kachuk, Luosterainen, and Bennett was still nursing that groin. He was still nursing that groin. You know, I mean, we're finishing the year with Denisenko and Dalpe in the lineup. That, you know, that's difficult.
Idog says, so basically, would you rather be the Bills or the Broncos?
Right.
Definitely Broncos.
Definitely Broncos. No, I'm good. Give me the one cup. I mean, I'd love to win more than one, but if that's my only option, give me the cup. I want that video on my channel. Florida Panthers fan reaction to winning their first Stanley Cup. Give me that all day long.
Hot Dog thinks the Bills are going to be bad this year.
RC says, I already donated my hand to Bennett to bring him back. I want to thank whoever gave Parky their hand last night. Right? I mean, at least the Bennett thing was on accident. Barkov looked at the puck and said, I think I'll block that. Boom! What? And then when he left, it was like, oh, no. Now, you notice when he came back, Maurice said he's okay, but he didn't take any face-offs. They were having Lundell take all those draws. So I don't think he broke anything.
Yeah, Barkov is the true captain.
Yeah.
8-9 Bills, but somehow they still sweep the Dolphins. That would, yeah.
Oh, by the way, at the end of the stream, I don't think Kyle has seen this yet. As we're getting ready to close this up, it's something that's from football, but I want you all to see his reaction. Have you seen the end to the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule?
No.
Okay, so when we're ready to close it up, those who like to watch Kyle have an apoplectic fit, stick around.
It's the Steelers schedule.
The Steelers, yeah.
Steelers schedule.
Don't spoil it in the chat if anybody has seen it.
The scoring really slowed down after game 3. Is that because of the offense or their defense?
That's because Boston decided to stop trying to just hit everything that moved, and they actually played hockey. The last 2 games of the series were very much more indicative of how these 2 teams are actually evenly matched. Everybody scored 3 goals. And, you know what I mean? In the last 2, they played 120 minutes, and the score is 3-3.
Hey, John, thank you for the 5.
Hey, John. Hey, Hamburger Hut. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Cook says, have you ever driven through the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel?
Karen has, but not me. By the time I would have been driving in that area, my vertigo had kicked in. So there's no tunnels or bridges or any of that for me.
RC says, if we beat New York, it will feel like a true redemption story for this team. Beat the old rival Demons in Tampa, beat Boston again, beat the President's Trophy winners, and then finally lift the cup.
It is not an easy gauntlet, is it?
Yeah, now just imagine if oh, that's right. It can't be.
Dallas looks good. It's Ottinger. Ottinger's my concern.
Yeah, rest in peace, 96 finals rematch hopes.
All due respect to Vancouver and Edmonton, they don't have near a goalie compared to Ottinger. So I suspect Dallas is going to win that series. Hey, thank you again, John. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Why are the Cats flying home and not to New York?
Because the series doesn't start till Wednesday.
Yeah.
So they can get I don't know if they flew home last night or if they're flying home today, but assuming it's today, it's still Saturday, Sunday, Monday night at home in bed before they would leave, I guess, Tuesday. So that makes a lot of sense to just go home and get in your own bed and get rest and relaxation that way. So, yeah.
Stars are the only team in the West that would have home ice advantage against us.
I mean, is it really home ice though? Because we play so much better on the road. Home ice against the Panthers is kind of backwards. You know what I mean? I'm totally comfortable going into New York. If we could split those first two, I'll feel real good.
They're flying right now. They go back to Florida around 2:30.
Okay, yeah. So they got a decent night's sleep last night. Then they get home, and they got Saturday, Sunday, Monday at home. And I would assume obviously Tuesday they'd fly out for the Wednesday. So that's totally worth it.
Rosaldo, yes, we did hear about the fire alarm.
Yeah, they had said that happened before too. Kachuk, I was watching an interview before the series, and Kachuk was talking about last year in Boston when the fire alarm went off during nap time. So it's a purposeful thing. It's not an accidental thing.
Yeah, we definitely gotta beat Trocheck. Also, there's a bread man. That's
Trocheck, Panarin, Kreider,
Zibanejad,
Fox, Trouba.
Yeah,
there's more names. Who's the other guy? I'm seeing his face, but
Laco.
No, it isn't. Let me look at the Rangers. Let me look at their roster, and I mean it sounds like the Panthers roster. You get past the top six, and you're just like, geez, they got more. It's very similar. Let's see.
Wenberg.
Yeah, Wenberg's new. I mean, they just got him. Hedel, Goudreau, Capo, Kreider, Lafreniere, Panarin, Rempe, Trocheck, Wenberg, Wheeler, Zibanejad, Fox, Lindgren, Miller, Trouba. And God help us if something happens to Shesterkin, and then got Jonathan Quick at backup. So the Rangers ain't to be messed with.
Sunswine says, watch out for Trouba ending someone's season.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just name, but it's the same thing with the Panthers, right? You know?
Carlos says the no-look goal from Forsling was amazing.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's not a serious shot. There's no way when he took that shot, he's thinking this is going in. It's just throw it at in my recap, what I said he did was F it. Tyreek is down there somewhere. Because that's basically what he did. The rebound was right on his stick. He's like, well, I may as well just shoot it.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm playing. Okay, I shot the puck.
Wait, that went in?
That went in?
And Swain is like, God damn it. How did that go in?
Oh, if you rewatch the replay, he's looking at I call him Weatherspoon. I know it's Watherspoon. But he's looking at him like he gives him the meanest glare. Like, I don't know if he blamed him or if he was just like, where'd the puck come from? It was hard, man. It was hard.
Yeah, New York probably will be the hardest opponent we will have, but don't underestimate the Stars or any other team from the West for that matter.
I just wanted to let who's saying that? Hot Dog Quick isn't good anymore. And this season he played in 27 games. He won 18. He had 2 shutouts. His numbers were 2.62 and a 9.11, which his career save percentage is 9.11. So he ain't dead yet. He ain't dead yet. He's looked pretty good for the Rangers as their backup this year.
So
the point being is that if something were to happen to Shesterkin or he had a bad game or whatever, if they needed to go to Quick, it's not like it's still going to be damn hard. So, all right, we're going to get ready to close up, but I want to show you this thing.
Yeah, the schedule.
Yeah, I'm going to go put it up. Kyle has not seen, I don't know, any of you who are into football, I couldn't believe this. The Pittsburgh Steelers and then the ending of their season.
Okay.
Open it fully up. I got it from the Tom Grossi video. He did a video about it. No. Go back.
Hang on.
You don't need it that way. You're going to have too many ads. Hit the back button.
Here. It's right here.
All right. Because the ads slow up the machine.
Let's see. So from what week am I looking?
Here, close your eyes. Let me see. Start week 12. Week 12.
Week 12.
Yeah.
Okay. At Browns, at Bengals versus Browns. Okay, so they have to play their division rivals 3 times in as many weeks. At Eagles, at Ravens versus Chiefs, and then versus Bengals again.
Yeah.
Oh my!
The last 6 games, it's insane.
Browns, Bengals, Browns, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, and they have to play those Eagles and Ravens games on the roads.
Right.
All right.
All right, we'll close it up.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Oh, hey, Ravens here.
Oh, hey, Raven. How you doing, bud?
Says good game.
Good game, buddy. Good game, brother. You know you got your wrench back, Raven.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, we're good. We're good, Kyle. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for the super chats. Kyle and I will be live. I think the game starts at 8 tonight, so it'll be 7:30, 1/2 hour before the game. And then tomorrow we're off. But I got stuff coming tomorrow for sure. No doubt.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right.
All right.
We'll see you. We'll see you later on.
See ya.
Oh, those legs.